Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here's Foles. Getting it out left side to Sanu. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now Foles. Caught left side to Crabtree. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's caught left side by Cooks. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Foles. Here's Sanu on the catch. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Foles. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Antonio Brown, 27 yards. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. First carry for Thomas Rawls. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. They find some open field here. Past the 20. They get 25 yards out of that one. And that'll give them a first down. Red zone opportunity. Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Antonio Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Play action, they'll throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. A really good pickup.
Defense is doing a nice job selling the play action pass. A lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Now Foles connects with Sanu right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Foles. This is Johnson. He's got it. Boy, fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. So the offense has it 1st and 10. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Here's Foles. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll make it 3rd down. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Antonio Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the TD, here's Carpenter on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
That is caught inside the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys are an extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's in for 2. The fake works. And they take the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in the end, the decision to bring it out costs him a few yards as he's out of bounds just past the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Brown, the lone receiver left. They go play action here on first down. And an alley to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
Now that looked like the Colin Kaepernick we got to know early in his career. Able to scramble and pick up a first down. We haven't seen as much of that in recent times.
Yeah, you always got the size to do it. Out of high school, 6'5", 170, but now 230, and we see what he can do with that frame.
And I heard people didn't want to step in as a hitter against him because he's a pretty darn good pitcher in high school, too.
92-mile-per-hour fastball in high school. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Derek Wolfe in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Kaepernick. And he finds Cook. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even add a little extra at the end with a short run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Play action. Now Kaepernick. And complete right side to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
First down, this is Rawls. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
To throw, Kaepernick. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. Third down here. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on third. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake. Kaepernick on the move to his left. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Not only is the slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play. Hands the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Here's Foles. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the ball will